Welcome back to A Day in the Life of Bavarian Rennsport. My name is Brandon, I'm the media guy here, and today we have an exciting lineup. First, we're upgrading a Porsche Boxster with new struts and sway bar to enhance its handling and performance. Next, we're inspecting a 1993 Mercedes G Wagon 230 GE for a pre-purchase inspection. It's a classic, and we're making sure it's ready for its next adventure. And finally, we're turning up the heat on a Lamborghini Huracan STO by installing a Soul Performance exhaust. This is going to take the sound and performance to the next level. Stick around to see how we get it all done. Let's get to work.
Hey guys, Duke here with Bavarian Rennsport, and today we are working on a 2013 Porsche Boxster S. As you can see behind you. One moment, we are installing the X73 Sport suspension. That is an option for this car, so this guy wanted to go OEM with his suspension and lowering the vehicle, so we are installing factory OEM X73 Sport suspension on this beautiful 2013 Porsche Boxster.
Hey guys, it's Dara here with Media Made Fresh. If you like the video that you're watching today and you have a business that needs help telling your story, check us out, MediaMadeFresh.com.
And what kind of ride feel should the customer expect with these new?
This is definitely going to give the car lower profile, also a tighter feel in the suspension as well. So it is going to ride a bit stiffer and tighter. This is the new one here. This is the old one. As you can see, it's at least an inch to an inch and a half difference in height. So once settled, it's probably going to be about an inch and a half difference between the original suspension and the new X73 Sport suspension.
So Duke, what does a sway bar help a car do?
So the way the sway bar helps increase the chassis rigidity, meaning it stiffens the chassis. So this is a little bit larger and more beefier sway bar, so it will allow the chassis to flex less as you're going around corners, therefore decreasing body roll is what they call it. Some cars are even equipped with, they call them active sway bars. And what the active sway bar does is, instead of allowing the body to roll, it applies pressure to the sway bar to stiffen up the sway bar as you're cornering turns.
So having the new struts and sway bars will definitely enhance the ride and feel of this car. Not only will it handle better through the corners and on straight roads, it will definitely feel a lot tighter. The suspension will feel more sound and more crisp.
Alright guys, you heard it here first. He said he needs some muscle. That's what I'm here for.
Versus a vehicle with age suspension where the car feels like every time you go into a corner, the whole car wants to roll over. So as far as the suspension is concerned, this client wanted to upgrade from the stock sway bars to the upgraded factory sway bars, which are on the performance models. So the benefits of doing this is it's OEM, everything fits perfect and properly, and you're getting exactly what Porsche designed to enhance the suspension on the vehicle. Hey guys, Duke here with Bavarian Rennsport, and I'm a master technician here, and today we were working on a 1993 G Wagon 230 GE. It's definitely a classic that's tough and reliable, but today we'll be doing a pre-purchase inspection on the vehicle, and it's critical to perform a pre-purchase inspection before you buy a vehicle like this. This way you know if there's any issues or issues that could pop up down the road, and things that may need attention or things that you may need to keep an eye on. So what is a pre-purchase inspection? A pre-purchase inspection is a great assessment of the vehicle. Here at Bavarian Rennsport, we perform a very thorough pre-purchase inspection. So pre-purchase inspection is critical as it is an assessment before you spend your hard-earned money. What the pre-purchase inspection covers is essentially all the mechanicals, all the electronic components. We go through the vehicle very thoroughly to ensure that the car is, number one, worth purchasing, and number two, that you don't run into a lot of headaches down the road. It's not just about starting the engine and seeing if it runs, it's about making sure every part is in good condition so you know exactly what you are buying. So why would a 230 GE need a PPI? Well, these cars are built very tough and they're built like tanks, but even after 30 years, they do wear down. Rough roads, countless adventures, they take a toll on the vehicle. A PPI can help spot out issues like worn out suspension, engine concerns or problems, and even anything that is concerning with the drivetrain. You want to make sure the differential locks works right and the axles are solid, because if they're not, you could be signing up for a whole lot of extra costs. We take the vehicle on a thorough road test to not only listen for noise or strange sounds, but also ensure that the vehicle is properly functioning, that the engine is running smoothly. But over the years, these components can wear down and definitely show signs of age, as far as the bushings, the control arms, the shock absorbers. Anything related to the suspension components needs to be inspected thoroughly to ensure that not only are they not worn out, but they can still handle a good off-road beating. The 230 GE isn't high-tech, but you still need the basics to work. We check all the switches, headlights, gauges, and make sure all the windows and all the doors are properly operating. If you're thinking about buying a 1993 G Wagon, don't skip the pre-purchase inspection. It helps you avoid nasty surprises and makes sure you're getting something that's ready for the next adventure. This G Wagon is tough, but even tough vehicles need a good checkup after years of use.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm going to send my mom a picture of this and go, you're going to hear this car go by and just think about me every day. Well, usually I expected the car to be clean.
It was. I actually cleaned before I came here.
It's filthy.
No, that's from
Look.
driving it here.
Look at this.
That's from driving it 100%.
If I call my boy Johnny, who will
Dude,
literally, we'll
promise
be
you.
on a cruise and he'll pull over just to wipe his car out. I told you should have listened to me and put PPF on it the day you got it. I hate to say it, but I told you so.
I was too excited.
I know you are. What about if I get a piece of vinyl? Let me talk to my guys and see what we can do. Okay, so Mike has to get this before Rev. Come on, give it to him. So we're gonna yank the guts out of this one, put a Soul exhaust in it, and we're gonna see how amazing this thing sounds.
that thing is heavy. I think this is like 40 pounds. Yeah, about 40 pounds. Maybe 38 pounds.
Compared to the new one?
Which is a pound or two.
Wow.
No, feel it.
Like no joke, one hand. This is really light. Alright, so now we have it properly fitted. 46 pounds. Yeah, it's a lot heavier than 20. That definitely didn't look like 20 pounds. So is the other one accurate? Is the other one really 5?
This is like
5.
I don't think it's even 5.
Yes, it is.
Oh, 5. Wow. Hey guys, Duke here with Bavarian Rennsport. Today we have a beautiful 2024 Lamborghini Huracan STO. The client wanted a performance exhaust, so we have the factory exhaust removed. We're going to be installing the new performance exhaust on the vehicle. As you can see, it's all open. To the catalytic converters, we have the original exhaust already removed, but it's very important that you tie these vacuum lines off. Otherwise, if you don't, you could set a check engine light due to a vacuum leak. These vacuum lines go to the original exhaust for the control flaps on the opening and closing of the valves of the muffler. So if you ever do an exhaust install like this, make sure that you close off these vacuum lines properly.
The original one was already loud, but that one is even louder. I couldn't hear anything.
I'm glad you don't have any neighbors for about 40 acres away from you. The ones across the street are gonna love you, especially if you go out early in the morning with this thing. You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm gonna send my mom a picture of this and go, you're gonna hear this car go by and just think about me every day that you hear it go by.
I don't know why. At one point, I couldn't even hear. Like, you know,
It's because it was it's so loud.
yeah, dude, it like blanked out, and I was like, but no, dude, that thing sounded, that's exactly what I want.
And then as you drive it more, the pipes back there are gonna turn colors.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll see it, it'll eventually change, it'll be like a purplish color.
That'd be bad, dude.
Yeah, the box.
Man, I appreciate it. That thing sounded awesome. Get your footage in now. What are the, that was the first time y'all crunk it up?
Yes, sir, and there's the cameraman right there. I told you I wasn't going to start it without you hearing it as you asked me.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we got to finish buttoning it up. It's going to sit outside today so the front film cures, and then tomorrow I have it being detailed, and I'll call you as soon as it's done.
Yes, sir. All right. Sounds great.
Have a blessed day.
You too.
Bye-bye. Happy customer.
So see where it hooks that black long thing? Yep.
It's just perfectly and wonderfully made for this beautiful Lamborghini STO.
Aesthetics.
It looked heavy in the video. Like this thing, it was probably like, with Mr. Duke's help, it was probably easier. But in the video, the Countach wing looked way heavier than this wing does. Even though I wasn't here for that, but you know.
But you could visually tell.
Yeah, I could tell. I could tell
it
it had some pretty good heft to it.